Okay, let's start with the next question. Write a Python program to store employee details using dictionaries and allow search using employee ID. So that's the first point. So you need to have a employees, and then you should be able to search with the employee ID and also display employee details with the highest and lowest salaries. So first, let's see how do we do this with employee ID. Okay, let's go here and then put. So this is the one. So as per the document you have here is first you need to have employees. So employees is data. You need to prepare the data. So you have data like with employee ID in your example. So for 101, this is the employee data. So it has a name and it has salary. So we'll do the same thing. Okay, for 101, you have name. So what is the name? Let's say Ravi, and you have salary. So salary can be like 10,000. Okay. Copy the same thing, comma, and what is the next record is 102. So name, let's say Kumar, and then salary is 20,000. Let's add one more record, 103. Let's say name Swati, and then let's say salary is 30,000. So this is the data here. What we have right now is a data. It's a JSON data. This is how employees data will be stored. Every employee has an employee ID. So this is the key. And then this is data. Okay. So now in Python, what is the first thing? We will ask input, enter employee ID, right? Enter employee ID. Okay. And then this is nothing but integer. What we are looking for here is integer, right? And then let's say employee ID equals to. So we have employee ID now. Now, if that's what in your example, what it gave is as soon as you have that employee ID, if that employee ID exists in employees, you are printing it. So if employee ID in employees, then print employees of employee ID. Else print it's small if condition whether employee is not found. Okay, so it's a that small, like so now run this and then okay, so it should be colon and then run again. So it is asking enter employee ID. Okay, so let's say I enter 101. Okay, employee ID spelling mistake is there somewhere. Employee, okay, employees, employees of employee ID. Now enter here. I'll say 101, enter. See, so 101. So this small if condition gives you it this line gives you taking input of employee ID. As soon as you have employee ID, you're writing a small if condition to find if it is in employees, you are printing that. Else you're saying employee is not found. Now you see like I'll say like 100. Now employee is not found because there is no employee with 100 employee ID. Okay, so that's how Python works. Now, the next question is also display employee details with the highest and lowest salaries. So there is a syntax for like, what is the highest? Maximum. Okay, you are trying to find the maximum of employees. So this is a syntax to find out maximum. Similar to like uh, For example, let me tell you, like, if you have um, a list, like this, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now you can print actually maximum of list. Okay. So now run this, and then as soon as I enter this, so 15 is the maximum of list. That's why it is printed like that. So the maximum function will help you to find what is the maximum in this list. Okay. Now I wanted to write maximum in employees. Okay. But when you wanted to do maximum of employees, this is a simple list with numbers. But this is not simple list with numbers. It has a employee ID. You need to search this data. Your goal is finding maximum of salary. Okay. So that's why that syntax will change. You are trying to find out maximum of employees. What is the key? Key, just for now, these expressions are called lambda expressions. So that's why just remember, so key is lambda. Okay. Maximum of employees, and then key equals to lambda. You will read what is lambda in future. Lambda, and then let's say x colon. What you are trying to filter is employee of x with the salary. That's what you are trying to filter. So employees of x, and then second parameter is salary. So this is what you're going to print, the maximum salary. Like, now let's say 101. See, 103 is the one who has the maximum salary because it's 30,000. So the same thing, you follow that, and then, use the minimum functionality instead of maximum. You will see that the minimum, who has the minimum salary also. So the minimum salary has 101, maximum salary has 103. So now this is actually employee ID, what you are getting here. So you can max ID, max EID equals to, and then you can print if you want employees of max EID. This will exactly print who is the employee details also, who has the max uh, employee with max salary. You can type something like that, and then dot salary. You can type like that. So now, or name. I mean, just type name. Okay. Now run this. Let's say 101. So it has an error. Why it has an error? You are trying to print something. Key error, non line number 18. Employees dot max EID. So you should get this data actually, and then it should have a salary. So it should have a name. Um, okay, let's try to print it with plus and see. No, it's still error. So let's do one thing. Let's remove this and then try to find out employees dot max ID dot name. It should give you the name actually, but it is not giving the name. Let's try to print removing the name. Right back. So it is printing max ID 103. So it is printing max ID 103. Why it is printing max ID? I'm not print. Okay, this is, oh, okay, this is print. No, this is wrong. That's why it's not working. Okay, now see, remove this print. We are not printing it. So now 101, let's say enter. Dict object has no attribute with name. So let's print this and see what is printing. See now employee with max salary. So this guy has the max salary. Actually, when we say dot name, it should print this one. Like max salary. Swati should print when we say like dot name. Maybe I'm not sure why it is not printing, but that's not a question now because our target is just to print the employee who is with max salary. Similar thing we can do for min EID equals to, and then you do the same thing here, and then instead of max, just enter min employee with the minimum salary. Now run it, and then you see 101. So now employee with max salary, employee with min salary. So just remember that how do you get this max? You are passing employees and key is lambda. You think that X is an employee ID. So what you are filtering is employees dot employees of X salary. That's the syntax you need to remember. Okay. But apart from that, finding employee with employee ID is so straightforward, small if condition. Okay. Now let's go back to the next question. Write a Python program that accepts a paragraph and performs word count. Okay. Palindrome checking, vowel and constant counting, and punctuation removal. So there are five in this. One is word count, and another one is palindrome checking, vowel and constant counting, and punctual removal. Okay. So the very first thing what you're going to do is it's like text to enter. Okay. Now let's see that. So you're going to enter input and then you're going to say that text to enter the text whatever you wanted. Okay. Enter the text. That's the first thing. So they named it as text equals to. Okay. And they have taken one more small variable to clean it maybe. For now, just ignore what is that clean it. And then for each character in text, uh, is alphabet is alphanumeric or is space, then you are trying to. So what is the first goal? The first goal is performs word count. Okay. So word count we can do in another way also. How many words are there? Okay, let's see that. So now text, right? You can split this text uh, words equals to uh, text dot split with space. So this gives you words count. Print words, number of words. Okay, comma words. Now run this program. So now I'm typing hello, this is Ravi. So how many words are there? Hello, this is Ravi. Four words. Click enter. So number of words, it is printed all the words. Okay. So you need to tell that words dot length, not words. Okay. Again, type it. Hello, this is Ravi. So words dot length, okay, length has no attribute. Maybe size, words dot size. Now let's say, hello, this is Ravi. Oh, size also no attribute. Let's see. Oh, len of words. That's the Python. Sorry, my bad. I'm again just gone into Java mode. So, hello, this is Ravi. Now you see number of words are 4. So all you have to do is text dot split and then length of those words. Now there is additional program given here is uh, the for loop what you have here. Okay. If they are just trying to clean up, like formatting the text. For example, sometimes now at the end of Ravi, I give a space. So now this is considered as one character. And now if you see, I will run this program. I say like, hello, this is Ravi and a space. A space. That space is going to give you as five words now. If you see, not four, 1, 2, 3, 4. But now you got a 5 words because of the space given. So this function is just removing the space. They are making sure they are trimming the text, and then that's why they put the text into clean, and then they're saying clean dot split. Okay, so they are only uh, taking the number of words, not the spaces. Okay, if you want to write this function, or else just ignore for now. That is fine. Now you got the words count. What is the second thing is print vowels. How many vowels are there? So you're taking V is 0, C is 0. Again, you are taking the clean text. CH in clean dot lower. You are converting every letter into lower. If it is an alpha, if CH in AEIOU, then you are making V plus 1. So, for example, if the character is A or E or IOU, then you are increasing V plus, or else you are doing C plus. So you are telling that is vowel or constant. V plus is constant, vowel, C plus is constant. So now let's do the same thing here. What you are doing for CH in uh, text. Okay, for CH in text, if CH in like the characters given here as per AEIOU, then okay, we did not tell what is V. Vowels. V is vowels. Okay, remember. C is constants. So I'm telling V plus equal to 1, which means V equal to V plus 1. That's what it means. Else, you're going to tell that C plus equals to 1. Okay. Now you're going to print how many vowels are there. Print how many constants are there. See, just now type this. Hello, this is Ravi. Enter. 7 vowels are there, 12 constants are there. Okay, so a small for loop, and then if character is in AEIOU, it's a vowel. The text is the one what we are trying to loop it, or else it's a constant. So that's how you find constants. Now finding palindrome. Okay, what is palindrome? The palindrome is something like uh, the same uh, uh, the same word. It has madam. The best example is madam. Okay, so you need to find out. It starts from MADAM. When you read it from reverse, MADAM, madam. So that's called palindrome, right? So all they are doing is they are first trying to convert into the lower, right? And then equals to, again they are converting into the lower with different syntax. So they are reversing the string actually. So they have the string, they have the text, and they are reversing it. Reversing is like easy in Python. The other day we have seen with this syntax. So I'll show you here. So now let's write here uh, if let's say if what we have is here is text, right? If text dot lower, we are converting everything to lower equals to text dot lower of in square brackets colon colon minus 1. That's the syntax. Okay. Then it's a palindrome. So what I'm doing is I'm reversing the string. So I have text, I converted into the lowercase. What I'm comparing is again the same text with lowercase reversed. This syntax will give you reverse of that. Print, this is a palindrome. Instead of this, you can just type that word text is a palindrome. Okay, else copy this, paste it, is not a palindrome. Now run this. I'll say madam, enter. It said madam is a palindrome. Okay, now I'll run this again. I'll say madam. I added one more m. Run this. Madam. Now it said madam is not a palindrome. It's so simple. All you have to do is convert that into lowercase so that if you are entering uppercase letters, everything is converted into lowercase and reverse that text and just do a compare equals to. So that's how you define whether it is a palindrome or not. Now let's go and see what is the next one. So all you have to do here is you found number of words, you found palindrome checking, you found vowels and constant counting, and a punctuation removal. So you need to do the punctuation removal. I think that's the first one you have done here. The punctuations removing. So if it is alphanumeric number or space, then only you are adding it. If anything else, no, you are not adding it to the clean. So clean is an empty text. Okay, you are looping the text what you have character by character. If it is an alphanumeric, I'll show you how this works. Okay, so now for ch in text. Okay, ch in text. Um, if ch is like dot is alphanumeric or that was the syntax alnum ch dot is space, then what you do clean plus equals to ch, so you are adding that clean plus equals to ch, which means that character you are adding to clean. Clean is nothing but an empty text in the beginning. So every character you will check. If it is a m, it will add. Now print here, like print uh, clean the text. Okay, let's say clean. Now let's run this again and see. So now I entered. I entered at the rate symbol. Ravi. Now our goal is at the rate is not a alpha number or a space, right? So that should not be added to clean. Oh, this is at the rate Ravi. Enter. See now. So the cleaned text, this is at the rate. Oh, at the rate is not supposed to print because only ch is alphanumeric. Alphanumerics should be added and then you're supposed to print clean or only spaces should be added. Let's see. Yeah, at the rate Ravi. So at the rate supposed to remove. Now it is supposed, I mean, it is removed at the rate, right? Earlier there was, let's say this is at the rate Ravi, enter. See, the at the rate is removed actually. So that's what clean the text. So what they have done is they used this clean text and then after they used that clean everywhere. That's the only difference. Clean, 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 run it. Okay. This is Ravi, enter. So number of words are three, vowels are four, constants are eight. This is at the rate Ravi is not a palindrome. So they did everything here. So this is the code for everything step by step. So try to divide your program into smaller chunks, smaller pieces. So it's easy to write. Okay. So write a Python program to validate a password based on minimum length, uppercase letters, lowercase letters, and digits. Also remove punctuation from a string, display formatted text. So we just did this one. Remove punctuation from a string and display formatted text. So that is the first part we have done here, right? So we will keep that. So let's see, remove this part and then, okay. So we have a text and let's say this is a clean text and clean text. I'm printing clean text here. So it's the same function as of now. What we have written is password. Let's say password. Okay, it's a clean text. Now write a Python program to validate a password based on minimum length. So here they have taken minimum length is 6. Okay, and if it has an uppercase for ch in password, which means it should have one uppercase letter and it should have lowercase letter and it should have one digit. Then it is a valid password. So which means so any any character is uppercase. That's what this means. For what? For ch in password. Okay. So now let's say this is password. Okay. That's what they're expecting. Enter password. Okay. So now I run it, enter password. I will say password. So it printed password. Okay. Uh, it said like password. Okay. Now, if length of clean text, right? We name it as a clean text. So if length of clean text greater than 6, okay, that's what it has to be greater than equal to 6. And okay, and what is the other condition? Any any of okay, uh, okay. It's the first thing is like any of ch dot uppercase. Okay, uppercase for loop ch in clean text. Okay, it has to be any of the uppercase and one more and condition. Right, any of ch dot lowercase for ch in clean text. And one more condition, any of ch dot is digit for ch in cleaned. Then print it's a valid password. Run this. Okay, and symbol is giving error. Okay, it's because when you have multiple conditions like this, You need to have open and close braces for all of them together. I will say password. Right now, there is uppercase letter, there is lowercase letter, but there is no number run. So it didn't print anything because we don't have else condition. So else print invalid password. Run this again. Okay. Now let's say password. So greater than or equal to. So there should be a bracket here. Length of clean text greater than or equal to 6. Password. Again, error. What is that error? String object has no attribute called uppercase. So is upper. Oh, my bad. Is upper, is lower. Run it again. Password. So it said it's a valid password. Clean text and it's a valid password. Actually, this should be invalid password, right? Because it's not satisfied ch dot is digit because we did not use the brackets here. So that condition did not validate it. Now check it. So invalid password because there is no digit. Now I will run again and then I will say like password 1. So it should say valid password. Password 1 because it has uppercase, it has lowercase, it has number also. Right? Now enter. See valid password. So that's how you write a valid password. Okay. So lowercase letters and digits. Also remove punctuation. So it's that easy. So the punctuations we already removed at the top. So this is the one. So we are good with this. Go to the next example. Write a Python program to create a student class with attributes such as name, roll number, and marks. Store and retrieve student records using shell module. Shell, I don't know. The shell module will be supported by the online compiler. But what we are trying to do is you are trying to enter name, enter roll number, enter marks, and then you are saving records. Okay, that we will try first. So, uh, so all you have to do is define a init with name, roll, and marks. Make sure like you are. I think we have done this example some time back. You are saving that self dot name, self dot roll, self dot marks, and then when you are displaying everything. Display is another small function. Now you open the shell student database shell dot open. You are open the student name input enter roll and then enter marks, and then as soon as you have those details you are creating s is nothing but like no student of that thing, and then db of roll. Roll is the roll number whatever you are entered. You are saving name comma marks, and then that you are saving it in the db is nothing but shell dot open student. Student is nothing but a small class here. Okay, so that's how it works. And then when you are searching with the records, it should search the db and print the db. We just done this for employee. We just done this how to search. Okay, this part is how to add an employee, but in this example it's a student. Okay, so now let's go and see this. Okay, first thing what you have is class student. Okay, so in class student The first thing is you have to create the def init. Okay, so let's go ahead and create def init, and then it's going to have self, right? It's going to have self, name, roll number, and marks. Okay, so self dot name equals to name, self dot roll equals to roll, self dot marks equal to marks. Now, the another thing what I want is definition of display student. Okay. So when I have this one, all you have to do is you are you are passing the self to that. Okay. Name, you give anything to this function. All you have to do is use that name. When if you give display student, you should use display student there. If you give only display, you should use display later. Okay. All you are doing is you are printing self dot name, self dot roll space self dot marks. Okay. Now there is a model called shell. Okay. So what you are trying to do is you are trying to open it. DB, you are creating a DB. So that DB you are telling that, hey, I'm creating a database, shell dot open. This is a temporary database. What you are trying to open, you are trying to open an object called student. Okay. Now every time you have this object student, you are trying to create that okay. The very next task is name is nothing but input. Okay. Enter your name. Okay. And the next task is what is your roll number? So this is another input. Enter roll number. And then marks. This is another input. And this is going to be integer. Enter marks. Okay. So you have now name, roll marks. Now all you have to do is db of that roll number. You are going to save it as a name equals to name marks marks. So you are created a record here. That's it. Now the next task is how do you search that records? Okay. For now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to uh, print what do we have here like no db of roles. Okay. Run this program. There is an error because shell.py is not there. So I told you, right? Shell may not be imported here because this editor does not have shell.py. But if you see here after the other example, like no, that is how employee searching employee example works here. Okay, it's easy for you. Next program is write a Python program to create a bank account class, which methods deposit, withdrawal, and balance display. So it has a balance, it has a deposit, it has a withdraw. If amount greater than self balance, that telling insufficient funds, def display. So simple functions for each functionality. You wanted to deposit, you have a balance, and then add that amount. So you want to withdraw, you have a balance, check the balance, amount is greater than balance, then tell that like insufficient balance, or else you have to reduce that amount from balance because you are withdrawn. Okay. So finally you are creating a bank account, enter a deposit amount, it's deposited, input, and then withdraw, and then display. It's a one thing. But if you ask me, I would say like, this is far better than if you use while loop, and then like, you give options like this. If you remember, I say while true, input, like, choose options. No, enter your option, something like this. And then before that, you're going to print. Uh, what are you going to print? Enter one for deposit, two for withdraw, three for balance. Okay. Now you are taking that enter. It is nothing but integer. So your choice, what you wanted to do. Okay. If choice equals to 1, you are trying to deposit. L if choice equals to 2, you are trying to withdraw. Else you are trying to check balance. Okay. So or else you write another L if choice equal to 3. And then you write another else invalid option. So you should do something like this. And then when it is invalid option, you should say break, or I'll just leave it until like, it has its own. So now enter your option. I wanted to deposit. So you should say 1, enter. So deposit, something like that. So now you have to play. So imagine that your amount, your balance is matter. So you have a balance of, as of now, you have a balance of 0. Okay, because you just created account. Imagine that. Now your choice is 1. Right immediate what you should do, you should take amount equals to int how much you wanted to deposit. Input, enter amount to deposit. Okay. If amount greater than 0, then balance plus equals to amount. You are adding that amount to balance. Okay. And then you just tell that print amount is deposited. Your balance is print the balance. Okay. Go test that. So enter your option 1. Enter. Okay. It's a deposit. So enter amount to deposit. I wanted to enter $10. I entered. So amount is deposited, your balance is $10. Okay. Now you finish the functionality for withdraw. So for withdraw also, you need amount to withdraw. So take the amount. Okay. Amount to withdraw. Now, if amount greater than balance, you should tell that print insufficient funds. Okay. Else balance minus equals to amount. You are deducting amount, which means you already withdrawed. So go ahead and print that. Withdraw completed. Balance is your new balance is your balance now. Okay. So now choice number three is just to display balance. So it's a easy one. All you have to do is just say that balance. Now run this program. So now I have a choice number three first. I wanted to check the balance. So balance is zero. I wanted to withdraw, sorry, deposit. Okay. I entered 100. So now amount is deposited. Your balance is 100. Now let's try to, let's say option two for withdraw. Okay. Enter 200 as withdraw. See if you see now insufficient funds because you don't have 200 in your account. You only have $100. So now add 100. So 100 also invalid option because it is saying greater than. We should say greater than or equal to. Okay, run this again. Now enter your option. I wanted to deposit one. I deposited $100. Now I wanted to withdraw two. So I wanted to withdraw 200. Insufficient funds. Let's try 100. Invalid option. Okay. Deposit. Okay. Um, let's say 100. Now the balance is 200. I wanted to withdraw. So I entered 2. So I entered 200 to withdraw. See, insufficient funds. Enter amount to withdraw 200. If amount greater than or equal to balance. Oh, here it is greater than insufficient funds. Let's try again. So let's deposit. How much? 100. Withdraw. How much? 100. So withdraw completed. Balance is 0 now. So you deposited 100, withdrawed 100. So that's why it is 0. So this is how the program works. So you need to first give a choice, deposit, withdraw, balance, and then you have a balance 0. So write a while condition. Until true, this will be keep running. Give the choice to enter 1, 2, 3. So you have a if condition of like, choice equal to 1, choice equal to 2, choice equal to 3. Or else if someone entered 4, this is just say like, invalid option. And then you have to write this if take the amount to deposit. If amount is greater than 0, enter the balance plus equal to amount. It's similar to choice. Take the amount is greater than the balance, then it's an insufficient funds. Else deduct from the balance. Tell that you withdraw the completed. This is the balance now. And balance is just directly showing the balance. So this is the program. Now go down all the way. What is the next question? Write a Python program to create a rectangle and time classes to calculate area, perimeter, and add time to objects. So this you have to understand how the rectangle works. So you have a init in that shelf dot I shelf dot b length and b is I believe it's base or whatever it is. So you are multiplying them for area, for perimeter, return two, and then add these two and do the two times of that one. Okay. So, and then you are creating a class for that time, hours and minutes. And then you are trying to display adding time, total hours, and then total marks, return the time. You are trying to display that. So it's a simple example. Rectangle of 5 comma 3, it will print area, perimeter. So time also take 2 times and tell that add. So it's a straight example. Write a Python program to create library class that allows adding, searching, displaying books. It's the same as employee. I mean, sorry, student. Same student one. But only thing is they just gave it as an example of library book. So here you are just doing books instead of that. So you are adding books. So books dot append book, and then you are displaying books, and then you are searching books based on the book. So see here example, same example we just done. You are trying to add, display, search, exit. Similar to we are depositing, withdrawing balance, right? And then first to do your choices here. Book equal to enter book name. So library dot add book. So you are adding book and then you are displaying it. And then if ch is 3, again enter book name. Searching, ch is nothing but search. So three options you have here: add, display, search. So same like deposit, withdraw balance. So it's an easy example. You can easily understand. All you are trying to do here is one small thing. You are trying to write a function to add that book, and then you are trying to display that book. So there is another small function for search. Instead of you are writing it here inside, you just wrote it in a different functions here. That's it. It's an easy example if you try. And then write a Python program to create a store daily expenses in a file, display total expenses, and count the number of lines, words, and characters in the file. Same, another same example. Take the options, add expense, view expense, and exit. You have like ch input is enter choice. Your choice is 1, 2, uh, and then add expense, view expense, and exit. So take the amount and then open that particular file expense.txt as f, and then f dot write. You are writing the file in that. That's all you are trying to do. So this example looks a little bit strange. Let's do that. Okay. Now let's say you have a print. What is your options? Okay. Print slash n, one for add expense, right? Two for view expense, and three for exit, right? Now your next thing is writing a while loop until true. Okay. Next thing is your choice. Choice equals to integer of, input of. Same things. These are all same things. Enter options. Okay. These are all same things. If choice equals to 1, then you are adding expense, right? So this is adding expense. So how are you adding expense? You need to have amount. Amount equals to, again, this is integer and this is input. Amount to add expense. Okay. And you can add one more variable called reason. Okay, reason equals to input reason to expense. Okay, now what you have to do is you have to write in the file. That's what they're trying to do. So there is a function called with.open. Okay, remember that. And then imagine that you have a file here somewhere. Okay, control N. I will save this file. I will save this file in let's say documents. I will name it as expense. Okay, dot txt. Save this. Okay, so I have expense.txt. Now go to that file, documents, expense.txt, right? You need to get this info where exactly this file is saved. Okay, because of we are using Mac, let's get that from Visual Studio Code. Let's add this. Okay, what is the path here is? So we need this one, documents. Okay, you should tell that where exactly that file is. Slash expense dot txt. Okay, so that's the file you have there. And then there is another parameter called a as f. You are opening the file as f, and then now you are writing f dot write gives you that particular thing, amount. Okay, and then you are going to create a new line, but before that add the reason. Now create the new line slash n, because next test expense will be with this line. That's what it means. Okay, now creating a new line. So if that is a choice.1, okay, now run this program and see if this is working fine. So with the dot open did not work because it has saying it's an invalid syntax. So with the dot open expense.txt as f, it has a valid syntax. With, oh, it's a with open, not dot open. Okay, and then the reason it is saying invalid syntax, perhaps you forgot a comma. It's saying perhaps you forgot a comma. Is this comma? Okay, let's run this. I think, okay, this is where it is, the comma is required. And this is where plus is required. Okay, enter option. I want to add, okay, and amount to add expense, let's say 100. Reason to add expense, I'll say food. So error. No such file or directory. Users, Ravi TV and documents and then expense.txt. So it is telling no such file or I'll go here. I'll try to open this intro.txt, but such file is there. Expense.txt, right? We can check it in here. I would say like c dot dot cd dot dot. Now let's see what is the password. I'm in documents, so I'm trying to print all the files. Right. So A B C D E. Eclipse. Hmm. Oh, it is there. See, expense.txt, it is there in the file list. I don't know why this program is not fetching no such file or directory. Users, ravi.tv and documents, expense.txt. Mm, Maybe we should give two and then run and then let's say one and then one and then one. Still it is showing no expense dot txt. I don't know why, but I can do one thing is I'm checking on it is thinking on that why it is not identifying the file. Um, this only works running locally on your Mac program is. Oh, okay, I understand now. Because this is not in I mean, this is in browser, not in my computer. That's why it is giving you error. Mm. Yeah. So if this is running in my local, if with any Python, then it should have, let's see here. If I have a Python project, new project, let's say Python, Apple Python, let's say Python project, and then create it, new window, sample Python, uh, as, so activate pip. Okay, that's fine. Now let's create a new directory called src and then create new file test.py. Okay, now I'll copy paste this code here. Control A, Control C, Control V. Okay, Control Z. It's a little bit slow, but anyhow, now let's save this and run this current file. Let's see. So I'm entering option 1 here. Amount to enter the and reason is food. It said type error. Text IO wrapper dot write takes exactly one argument, 3 given. So, oh, okay, this one is giving us one argument. So what we should do, it's in one argument, right? So let's say plus plus, right? Oh, we are not doing it anymore there. Let's do it here. Plus plus and then run this. Oh, I did not save this. Run this. Stop and rerun. So option one, amount 100, reason food, unsupported because I entered. Okay, for now let's save the amount. Okay, and see how that works. Save it. We are trying to add the reason also, so that's where it is failing. 100, unsupported, f dot right. So okay, maybe we should use double quotes slash n, and then to print amount also. So how do we do that? Syntax for that amount is, let's say, string of amount. Oh, that's why it is saying, okay, amount plus plus reason. Save it, run it. So enter option one, 100 expense for food. Okay, again it is asking enter option one. Now, meanwhile, let's go and see the file whether it is edited or not. See, it came here. If you see the expense.txt here, it came here 100 food. Now I'll try it again. Like, option one, 200 for ticket. See, it came here 200 ticket. It's awesome, right? So you have a file and you are trying to expense it. So that's why the Python works like that. I mean, the program works like that. You have an amount, you have a reason. With open, you are opening the file inside the computer and then just with syntax as a f and then f dot write. You are writing amount and reason. The reason I'm using string str here is amount is integer here. That's why it was giving error. So that is for choice one. So choice two is a view expense, right? So now let's go here. If choice two, choice equals to 2, then all you have to do is view your expense from the file. So there is another syntax. You are again opening that as a file and then you are reading it and then you are printing it. That's it. And then writing number of lines, reading, that is different functionality again. So you have to add it based on what you need, number of lines, number of words, number of characters, all those things we have done in our previous example, right? So that's how we should do this example. It's clear. And then I think this is the last one. What is the last example? Write a Python program to copy contents from one file to another and store student records using shell module. So you are opening one file, you are reading the text, you are copying it to the other file. So it's just you are writing it. It's a easy one, right? So f dot read will read from one file. You are storing that in text, and then f dot write will write in another file. The text you are writing into the other file. Now using shell model, it is same. The number of lines you are splitting it. You are finding length, words, character, and then you are saving that records in db shell.open if you remember. And then db101, you are saving it there, and you are again searching it there. So three different parts in this program. So first reading and writing, and second is splitting the lines, counting the number of lines, words, and characters, open a shell and then save that TB101 into name and then marks, search it. So this is an example, even what we have done some time back. Okay. So these are the remaining examples. Let me know if you have any questions. I will share you this record.